Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars, and welcome to another Blu-ray collection update video. This video I will be showing you what I've been picking up over the last few weeks, essentially for the month of August 2020. Now, I said last month that I didn't think it was going to be a particularly productive month, August, for me, and I maybe wouldn't even do a video at all. Well, it actually turned out to be quite the opposite. For a couple of reasons. The first one is I won a contest, which I will show you the prizes of shortly, at Eastwood for Life Fan. And also I went away for a couple of days with the family and got a few bits and pieces in places like HMV and CEX and places like that. So it's actually turned out to be a really good month actually. So I will start off and show you the prizes that I won at the Eastwood for Life Fan contest that he ran, where he was celebrating reaching 500 subscribers, and I won his contest. And the prizes that I won, fantastic prizes, and I have done a separate video for these. If you want to see an unboxing of these in a little bit more detail, it is on the channel if you want to check it out. So the first thing that I won is the Twilight Zone complete series. This is the original series, 156 episodes, some absolute classic sci-fi there. The original show, and obviously it's probably still the best in many people's eyes. I haven't managed to check this out yet, but I'm really looking forward to, when I get the time, to watching the Twilight Zone shows. Excuse me. So that was one. That wasn't the only prize. I also got Red Heat, the 4K Ultra edition, in the sleeve. Classic Arnie film with James Belushi. 80s film directed by Walter Hill. Very good prize. So that was another one of my prizes. And another, Clint Eastwood's The Mule, in the sleeve. Great Clint Eastwood film, this one. There we go. That was another prize, and we still haven't finished. Absolutely brilliant one here is the Lock-Up Steelbook. How brilliant is that? I mean, it's just fantastic. Take this away, and then you open it up, and you get that effect there, the Stallone. I mean, it's just brilliant. It's an absolutely brilliant steelbook. Very happy with that. One of Stallone's underrated films, I think, Lock-Up. And then the Turbine Steel collection of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this is individually numbered at 1929, if you can see that, and I believe it's a German steelbook. Yes. Very good, very rare. So those were the prizes that I won. Thank you very much again, Carlos. Fantastic prizes, and I'm very lucky indeed. So I will move on to now what I have picked up myself this month, these last few weeks. And the first one I picked up is Sherlock Series 1 to 3, and they've done 4 series. Now, when I looked to get the box set for 1 to 4, it was stupidly expensive. However, this was an absolute steal on eBay. So you take it out, so you get season 1, 2 and 3. I think I paid about £5 for this on eBay, but if you wanted to buy seasons 1 to 4, it was a ridiculous price. I think it was nearly £50, something like that. So I'll wait while that comes cheaper. I'll make do with this for now, and I'll either buy season 4 on its own, or I will buy the box set when it comes a lot cheaper. But delighted with that. It's a great show, is Sherlock. Now the next thing that I picked up, absolute bargain. I found this in a charity shop in Skipton on a day out just last week, and it is the Lord of the Rings motion picture trilogy, the theatrical versions. Now, I do want the extended versions, but again, they're stupidly expensive right now, so I need to wait and get them at a sensible price. I'm not going to go overboard on that. We have Game Night, Jason Bateman, Rachel McAdams, a really good comedy film. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend it. I did review it on the channel when it was released. It's a very, very good comedy film. I like Jason Bateman. I picked this up in HMV. It's still sealed, I haven't opened it yet. Alien vs Predator. I think it was in the sale rack as well. I only paid, I don't know, maybe a couple of quid, something like that, for it in HMV. The absolute classic that is Beetlejuice. Keep teasing us with a sequel to this one. I'm not sure we'll ever get it. I would so really enjoy a sequel to this film, because I do think it's a fantastic film. One of Michael Keaton's greatest performances, I think. And the next one, I picked this up at HMV as well. One of my favourite superhero films, and one that I will eventually review. And I'll probably do a misunderstood movie review in it, because I think this is grossly underrated in my opinion. Watchmen, the Ultimate Cut. So it's got everything in it. It's got the you know, the animated feature thing back in it. I can't remember the name of it now, but yeah, I'm really, really delighted to pick this up. I think Watchmen, personally, I think it's a masterpiece. I really, really do. Now this next one is a Dutch import that I got on eBay, because you can't pick it up. I can't find it. If you hear any barking, it's my dog. I just heard a car door slam outside. And it is Soldier, Kurt Russell. So like I say, it's a Dutch import. I think again it's a really underrated film, this. I think Kurt Russell's great in this film. And I've never been able to find it on Blu-ray, so I got the Dutch import on eBay, which I'm pretty pleased with. Next one I've picked up, I haven't seen this one yet. I know it's going to be good, and I will get around to watching it at some point, and it is Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks, in the sleeve. Looking forward to checking this one out. I picked up a few Tom Hanks ones fairly recently. Yeah, I can see in the pile there, there's another one there that I've picked up. So I will check that out soon. A film that I actually think now has got a little bit more respect than when it was first released, and that is Constantine, the Keanu Reeves film. I remember at the time the fans of the comic and stuff weren't happy that Keanu was cast, but I think it's garnered a little bit more respect over the years, this film. Now I picked this up because I watched the original. I can't remember, I think it was last week or week before I watched it. I think it was on TV, and I watched it with the wife, and I've actually filmed a classic film review for it, and it'll go up on the channel soon. And that is Poltergeist, the remake. It came out in 2015, I think. The extended cut. The Sam Rockwell version. I remember it got slated at the time, but when I watched the 80s version, the original, and I did a bit of research, there actually are a few out there that think this is a little bit underrated. So I thought, well, I think it was only a couple of quid on eBay. I'll try it, watch it, review it. If it's no good, it's no good, but I will generally give most things a try. Got this because it's a good ensemble piece. It's nicely made, slow paced. I remember at the time reviewing it for the channel, but the sequel is coming out this year, so I thought why not. And it is Murder on the Orient Express. directed by Kenneth Branagh, starring Kenneth Branagh, and it's got Penelope Cruz, William Dafoe, Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Michelle Pfeiffer and Daisy Ridley. Incredible cast. And it is actually a decent film. It's a real relaxed film, if you like. It's fairly chilled out. It's not intense, overly intense, and fairly slow paced. But I'll put it in the collection. The next Tom Hanks one of my favourite Tom Hanks films, Apollo 13, directed by Ron Howard, Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, the late great Bill Paxton, Gary Sinise and Ed Harris. Really, really good, tense, true story space film about the ill-fated Apollo 13 space mission. The next one I picked up, I've just reviewed recently on the channel, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal and Red Dragon. Well, this is the original Red Dragon, Manhunter. Essentially this is the story of Red Dragon. It was made in the 80s. It was Michael Mann that directed it, and we had Brian Cox playing Hannibal Lecter. Very, very good film. Next one I have got is a prison drama that I actually think is really, really good, and it stars Nikolai Coster-Waldau from Game of Thrones, as well as John Bernthal, and it is Shot Caller. In the sleeve, I do recommend this one, guys. It's a good prison film. I've just recently reviewed on the channel An Innocent Man with Tom Selleck. This is similar in concept, in a sense of he is initially, if I remember rightly, because I have reviewed it on the channel, he's initially an innocent guy who's sent to prison, who becomes really, really hardened in prison, and he kind of becomes he becomes a criminal because of the system, and he becomes really, really brutal as well. So it's a cross between An Innocent Man and maybe Breaking Bad, something like that. But it is very good, and I do recommend you check it out. And the last thing I picked up, and it's a DVD, and I found this in a charity shop for £1. Absolute bargain. And I remember watching this show with my wife in the early noughties, and it is the Foresight Saga. So it's got all the episodes from the epic show. I mean, and it's got a great cast. Damian Lewis, Gina McKee, Rupert Graves, Colin Redgrave, and it's got literally all the episodes, all the discs. And so I'm going to revisit that with my wife. 4 discs, 10 episodes. I think each episode was something like an hour and a half long, something like that. So it's an epic saga, and I do remember enjoying that very much, watching it with my wife. So I will revisit that, but £1 in a charity shop is such a steal. So that's everything that I've picked up for the month of August. What I thought was going to be a pretty quiet month turned out to be really quite a productive month, and I'm really, really pleased, especially with those items that I won in the prize draw. I'm really, really happy with those. And there's some other pretty cool ones in there as well. I hope you will agree. So let me know in the comments what stood out for you in regards to those pickups, and of course I will be back with another video like this next month, as well as all the other usual content on Screen Stars. So thank you very much for watching, everybody.